Alright, this is going to be a video of this 52-inch Westinghouse brand ceiling fan I got at the Habitat Restore. I got it because I volunteered there, and what I do for them is come up and fix fans in line that they see better nation, make them more presentable and better than they originally were. Now, like I said, this is a Westinghouse fan. I suspect that because quite a while ago from the Restore, I got a fan that was pretty similar style, like it wasn't identical, but did have a lot of the same features. And it was branded Westinghouse, because it had pendants that said that. Now, I also have a suspicion that it could have been sold under the name Kendall. However, regardless of what was on the box and the brand it was actually made for, it was undoubtedly manufactured by Aircool. Anyway, I'm going to demonstrate it for you. Start with the light kit here. If that works. I'm using a 460 watt equivalent energy saving compact fluorescent bulbs. Definitely light the whole room up. Pretty bright. Turn that off. Now I'm going to turn the fan on and start with high speed. Did put a white piece of tape to indicate RPM. And this is probably going to go somewhere around maybe 185, maybe 190. It is pretty fast for how big the fan is. It also pushes a very decent amount of air. You can definitely feel the breeze. Alright, now I'm going to go to medium speed. This is going to go at about maybe 125 RPM. And then finally for low, which I'll show with the light on to increase the frame rate. This is going to go at about maybe 65 RPM. And I'll turn everything off. And slow the blades down. Anyway, I'm going to talk about some general information on this fan. It did come with a 3 light bulbs in here, but I did change them out for energy saving ones because I like those better. And yeah, I probably won't include these ones though. Anyway, it also had a ton of sawdust on it. Like the whole thing was covered in sawdust. Like I mean everything. So that leads me to believe it was installed in somebody's shop, because in a home, I mean, unless they were doing serious renovations, I doubt it could have that much sawdust on it. Now I'm going to talk about the features. It has 5 blades, which are like a weathered pine on both sides. As you can see, they are a real wood veneer, because I'll find the blade that has it. There we go. There's a little chip in the corner, and just looking at it, see this layer is real wood, and then the rest is plywood inside. Another thing is it's in weathered copper finish. The other Westinghouse fan I got quite a while ago was also in weathered copper, so that's kind of what leads me to believe that this was branded Westinghouse. Plus, it's a very similar style of the fan, but like I said, I'm really not 100% sure on that. Not to mention, it does have multiple mounting options. I'm currently using it with the down rod setup because that's what it came with. It also could be flush mounted, and to do so, all I need to do is basically just take off this rubber piece and screw the canopy directly onto the fan. That will probably be good for ceilings 8 feet or less, especially considering that this fan has a huge light kit. It sticks out a lot. Speaking of light kit, this is removable actually. However, I'm going to keep it on here because I actually really like it. Even though the globes are not my favorite, it definitely suits the personality of the fan, so probably not removing this. Anyway, now I'm going to talk about the pros and cons. I like the fact that the fan has a very grand look to it, especially with the light. Like I'm saying, it looks really good with this combination. Also, the blades, the weathered pine, does add some contrast. However, I would have preferred if they made, say, one side weathered pine, the other side walnut, just to make it reversible, as I probably would have ended up using the walnut side. But I'm not complaining with its current setup. Another thing I really like about it is the canopy, because it's quite unusual. I've really only ever seen it on 1 or 2 Aircool fans before, and I don't think any other brand actually uses this. Not to mention the fact that it's very well built, solid metal pieces and everything like that. Aircool definitely didn't cheapen when they made this fan. And in general, actually, I find that Aircool fans are have a lot of attention to detail and are not cheap, other than the really economy models that just plain suck. What I don't like is that the bearings are a little bit bad on it. And also it does have kind of a wobble. But other than those few little petty things. This is definitely a 4 out of 5 star fan. I really like it, really interesting looking, and definitely a conversation piece. Anyway guys, thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed the video, and there's lots more to come. Also, if you could please tell me what you think this was branded, that can all be done in the comment box below. I'd really appreciate that.